There are many things we can do to release tight lower back. One of the ways that I find very, very effective is to do the simplest of movement, such as keeping the legs really straight. Yes, like what I'm showing you right now, flexing the feet, keeping the legs really straight. Just pulse your spine back and forth and feel your lower back. The point here is not to reach the toes. It's really to pulse the lower back open. Let's do it in a way that is more supportive. With that understanding in mind, roll the back of the mat. That will help raise the pelvis a little bit. And when we straighten the legs with the flexed feet, we might even feel it more throughout the hamstrings. With this connection, gently pulse a little bit more forward. Not necessarily each time, but a little bit more forward in the sense that your lower back opens more with ease as you do it. It's really not about reaching the toes. The straight legs will elongate the lower extremities and help to anchor the body as the spine gently rock forward and back. This is also pulsing, hence I kept using the word pulsing. Because only when we pulse this way, we are actually allowing the fascia to glide better, releasing all the sticky bits around the lumbar region. Flexing your feet, that makes a big difference. Reaching the back of the knees to the floor. Bend one leg and just place it on top of the shin of the straight leg. You will feel weight on your straight leg, helping it to straighten even more, exactly what we want. Continue to gently pulse back and forth or rocking your body back and forth, keeping your pelvis grounded on the slight elevated part of the mat. Be very careful that you are gently rocking. You are not throwing your head and neck down. Keep the straight leg absolutely straight. The weight of the bent leg on it should help. Scoop the belly in. You still need core connection here. And just keep feeling your rocking motion. Helps to open the lower back region. The lower back and the top of the pelvis. One more thing. Make sure the rocking back and forth is gentle and slow. The slower we rock, the more we're able to add on to the pulsing sensation, and the more we actually feel it open up. Keep your straight leg flex and your bent leg flex as well, if possible. So as you rock back and forth, you're actually doing it from the hip joints. Just be mindful that you feel the weight of the bent top leg on the straight leg, but both sides of the pelvis are still grounded on the elevated part of the mat. I'm just doing this, bending one leg at a time to release any residual tightness behind the legs and keeping both straight legs congruent and the pelvis equal and aligned. Note that both my feet are still together, although I'm bending one leg after the other. So that means no matter how you bend your legs, the length of the legs remain the same. You will not feel anything if you allow one leg to slide backwards. We are not changing the length of the leg. Very important here. So as we transition to these movements where we spiral the spine from one side to another, note that the legs are a very important anchor to the ground while the body moves. So as you spiral to one side, bend the leg of the same side, but the feet still stay the same in position as the straight leg. Slow it down even more. Hold it for a couple of seconds in one position. Before you change to the other, press the straight leg further down to the ground. That will give you more traction through your whole spine because you're anchoring the straight leg down while the upper body spirals even deeper. Bring your legs up to diamond shape. Keep your feet flexed. Arch your spine forward. Looking diagonally up as you open your sternum and allow your gaze to go down as you gently, slightly curl your spine down. The sternum leads the motion here, lifting the sternum and just bringing the sternum down as you look down. Let the sternum move the entire spinal structure. Arching, opening the chest, lift the sternum. Gently just melt down, looking down, softening the sternum while keeping your legs active, flexing both feet. Heels pressing onto each other. The inner thighs are connected. Take a moment to really lift the sternum as much as possible and melting down as much as you like. It feels very liberating to do this, so I hope you find it in your body to connect, to open up, and just let yourself be free. You will feel like you're lifting the neck a little bit, maybe a little bit sore the front of the neck. That's all good. We need muscles in the front of our neck too, and it is connected to the sternum. See if you can allow yourself to get into a flow mode here. Releasing the roll behind you, and slowly you're going to bring your spine to come down to the mat. Press your forearm and your elbows down. Open up your lower arm a little bit, spread your fingers and press down. Bring both legs up. Scoop the belly in and press the lower back down onto the mat as much as possible. This again is very lengthening to the lower back. It's definitely going to release the tightness. And the more you press your belly button down to the mat, the more you release the lower back. So for fun's sake, just add a little bit of movement here, keeping your knees together and straightening one leg at a time. So no matter how you straighten the leg, the knees don't move. Keeping your legs together, belly scooped in, belly button down. Lower back pressing down, looking straight ahead. Now do this movement with stillness, awareness, and also feeling how your body doesn't move while the lower legs are changing in its movement from one to another. Keep scooping the belly in. You have to press your belly button down. In the next movement, you will see how the same preparation that you just did will definitely help you to roll through your entire spine more. Scoop the belly in, belly button down, pressing your lower back down onto the mat, pressing your forearm and your palms down. Straighten both legs, point and have the toes reaching to the sky as much as possible. Just feel how your legs are moving together first, without your thigh bones coming in towards you. Keep your thigh bones vertical as they are. As you bend the knees and bring the lower legs slightly down. Continue to move your lower legs without moving your thighs at all. And after a few times, you can start to move your legs back and forth. One leg stays up while the other goes down. And gradually turn this into a mini scissors where one leg goes slightly back, another reaches down, followed by the other side here. Do this without moving the pelvis, keeping both legs as straight as possible, pointing your toes. That will help elongate the front of the legs. The point here is not to do it fast, not to reach your legs so low that you compromise the position of the pelvis. Keep the pelvis grounded, scoop the belly in, belly button reaching down. Repeat this sequence if you like, but if you feel you don't want to do so much inner strength movements, you can also stop here because I'm going to leave it here. I feel it's just right for me for today. Thank you so much for moving with me. If you like my content, please consider to like, share, subscribe. It will help me a lot to grow my channel. Else, I'll see you very soon in the next video. Take care.